In other words, there's one carrier that has a bonus product, which is a good product. It's better than a majority of the other products out there with or without bonuses. But even that one carrier has its own product that doesn't have a bonus that's actually better because it offers higher growth potential through the crediting rates.
Yeah.
So we'll show you that here in just a moment. But big bonuses are a big no-no. So if anybody's leading the conversation around a bonus, you can go to annuityassociation.com and right there, book your meeting to speak with a real expert that's going to, unveil the curtain and show you everything you need to know and how to assess the marketplace and compare. If someone's pitching you a bonus product, it's our job to show you how it doesn't benefit you, and we will. So that's my guarantee on this show.
If somebody's starting that conversation with a bonus, the alarm should be going off. The red light should be flashing. That's not a good sign. And that's when you go back to the pressure from a salesperson. If somebody's leading with that, it's not well-intentioned.
Yeah, and there's only 100 pennies in a dollar, and these insurance companies are not here to give out free money. Let's be honest. There's no free lunch, and the bonuses, you have to see through them. I can show you how to do that. It's very simple. It's just a simple comparison side by side, and we'll show you that here in just a moment. But the other thing too is the agents are selling by illustration, and we actually came up with a term. And instead of selling by illustration, it's really ultimately selling by illusion. What happens is these illustrations that are provided by the carrier most times are including these index strategies that are fairly new and weren't around in that back tested period, but they were created with hindsight in mind so that the index can look good if it were to be an actual real live index during that time frame, because they knew exactly what happened with the markets, all the different asset classes, and they can tell this index how to respond in those scenarios. Now, I'm not saying here that these insurance companies have, intentionally put these index strategies together to provide an illusion. Mm-hmm. What I am telling you, though, is that when you look at the last 12 years or 10 years, and it's been one of the most historic bull runs in history, everything did good during that time. Yep. But should we expect it to just perform that way out into the future infinitely? No, that's hogwash, and that's ridiculous. So what I urged everyone to do, and it's what I did when I got into this industry, again, I saw it for what it was, these big bonuses, these highly unrealistic back-tested returns. And I'm like, how in the world can this happen? Like, how did this index do that number? And so I started exploring it and researching it. And I found that, hey, they were created with hindsight in mind. Now, I will tell you, there are seasoned indexes out there, ones that have been around for a long time that you can use in these products, and they're great. Also, I will tell you that there are newer hybrid, if you will, indexes that use algorithms to rebalance and shift away from volatility. There are good ones, but what I can also tell you that there are bad ones, just like anything else. So don't take this, as a bashing of our industry. I make a living off of annuities and representing them the right way. Zach does as well. And our entire firm, which we have about, I don't know, at the time of this recording, about a dozen advisors that work with us. We all make a living, but we do it the right way. And we want to have positive conversations every year that we meet with our clients during their review process so that we can have a great conversation and discussion. And in order for us to do that, we have to research the marketplace. We have to discard the BS. That's another word I keep going back to, but it's a real word here, BS. We have to discard the BS, move that out of the way. We got to be able to sniff it out when we're working with prospective clients, when they're working with these agents that sell by illustration only. We got to sniff that out and do a good job with it. And then we got to help you understand how we came to our recommendation. And we do that with factual data that we're going to put right in front of your face so that you can compare the product that we're looking at and the product that the agent's selling by back tested illustration. And the way we do that is real performance. I'll show you exactly what the index did yesterday. I'll show you what it did last year. I'm not going to show you just 12 years ago and what it did for a 12-year period that it wasn't even real. I'm going to show you real data, and that's the point. So
yeah, and ultimately it's putting our name on it too. So the way that we conduct our business is so that we have these annual meetings with our clients, reviewing the index performance, so that if we're in a 1-year period where that index will reset the following year, the expectations have been set. The client knows what's coming with this product, and there's no surprises, right? So our relationship lives beyond the point of sale, and we continue that relationship with confidence, knowing that we've done the right thing. Not only that, but provided the right expectations. So
absolutely.
Moving on from that, we've touched on 3 of our 5. We're almost there. So why these mistakes happen: lack of knowledge, pressure from salespeople, misleading marketing is what we just covered. Next would be captive agents, which we had touched on briefly. So many agents are restricted to what they can offer. I had mentioned that when we were speaking of investment advisors. Oftentimes we'll see that there. So the question becomes, are they truly looking at all the available options, and are they truly looking out for your best interest? Now, again, on their tool belt of what they have access to, they may be looking out for your best interest. I don't doubt that. But having a larger option or a larger pool of options provides a lot more value in this case.
Yeah, and I think that it's really important to unpack, like, why does this happen, or how has this happened where there's like this captive agent sales force?
Maybe we define it too, and what that is.
Yeah, so a captive agent is someone that only represents one company, one insurance company, or one insurance marketing organization. And with that relationship, they can only offer the products that are part of that captive agency or that captive environment. So, for example, some of the bigger names out there of captive agents, they're Mass Mutual. Like if they work for Mass Mutual, they're a captive agent. They can only offer Mass Mutual products. Nationwide has their own captive agent side. Allianz has their captive agent side. Um, Northwestern Mutual, that's a big one. Man, those guys are sipping the Kool-Aid. I tell you what, Northwestern Mutual, those guys are hardcore.